Oatmeal?
Yes. Alright, so debate topics, right? Dylan. Pro-life or pro-choice?
I don't really have an opinion.
You don't really have an opinion? Alright, then I'll go. Laser. Sorry. So, alright. I am, like, halfway between... My whole family. Like, we're all halfway between, like, everything. Like, it just varies on the fact. Like, I feel like it should be... Yeah, controversial. But, like, alright, so... A lot of states are banning it after so long. Like, 2 weeks. The child's, like, 2 weeks old.
What it is
you must deliver payloads and defend a
yeah,
number of locations,
but that's usually, like,
not a heartbeat.
It's literally, like, 2 weeks in when they hear a quote-unquote heartbeat. But the issue with that is that 2 weeks in is when they usually find out if they're pregnant. So... My whole issue with the shit is, one of the points that I saw, it was like, oh, okay, what if you send your, like, 13-year-old daughter out to, like, a summer camp, you know? And she was raped. She doesn't want to say anything to you because, obviously, like, no... I got raped. No one's gonna do that. So, like, your 13-year-old daughter... misses her, like, you know, period and everything. And finally you find out. You find out she's pregnant. And she tells you what happened at, you know, the summer camp that you sent her to. Obviously, she's not gonna want the child. She's still a child. You don't want to take care of a child that's not yours. Especially with the way that it was brought about. She didn't ask for that. So, like, that's one of the main reasons why I'm, like, yeah, pro-choice. But at the same time, like, I don't know. I just feel like it's your body, you can do whatever the fuck you want. If you don't want to have an abortion, don't have an abortion. Like, you do you. But, like, I was in the womb, I didn't have any intelligent thoughts.
We are finished here. Move on.
Exactly.
I don't really give a shit if I was alive or not. At this point, I'm kind of happy that I am. But, I mean, if I didn't have any type of intelligent thoughts, obviously I wouldn't give a shit. But, I mean, we already have a lot of overpopulation.
Here is a terminal.
We already have a lot of orphans, and our systems are shit. Half the time, when a child does get placed, it's not even a good home. Seems like a good home, but then they get abused. Yeah, exactly, or molested. And, I mean, that's why I feel like pro-choice. But my mom's point of view is, like, if you had the guts to spread your legs and do the sex, like, you should have to take care of your fucking kid, because that's on you. Right, right. That's why, like, we were talking about it, there should be, like, rulings, fucking, like, laws for it. Like, if you just, you know, had sex for whatever reason, like, and you just don't feel like growing up and taking care of a child, then that's on you. And then, like, if you don't have the money, I feel like that they should have some sort of, like, fucking shit to help you financially with all that. Welfare. But I mean, like, I don't know.
Welfare and child support. That's what that's for.
But child support usually comes from the biological father.
Yeah, completed.
Oh, wait, so
move on.
Well, yeah, father or mother. But I mean, like, you're both struggling. Times are hard. I don't know. Where the hell are you supposed to go? There's a door back here. The fuck does that go? Nowhere. I don't know. After what I said, Dylan, then what do you think?
Still have no opinion on it.
Why?
What do you say?
He said no opinion. Why?
Okay, buddy, oatmeal is a breakfast food.
But at the same time, hold on. I'm trying to change my shit so I can hear you over my game. Okay, there we go. So, like, I feel like that's also at the same time, if it's not like a rape case, I feel like the father should have a say in what the child does.
Still working on it.
Wait, say that again?
Huh? I said if it's not like a rape case, I feel like the father should be able to have some sort of say in what the child does. So, like, say the dad wants far rights, give it to the dad.
Okay, yeah.
But I mean, there's a lot of people out there that are like, it's my body. I don't want to give birth to this kid.
Well, I mean, those people who are like, some people are grossed out and think babies are parasites. So like,
Well,
I mean, they technically are. They live inside you and feed off all your shit.
but I mean,
It's just 10-0, but we did it.
at the same time though, like, it took two of you to make it if you didn't want to have a kid.
But also, here's the thing. Pregnancy does whacked up things to bodies.
Right. And I mean, isn't there a way that they could, like, transfer the egg, embryo, and all that shit over to someone else?
Yeah, but that also requires surgery, which is invasive.
There's still a lot of ways to go about it, you know?
I guess, but like, I don't know. If the man wanted to have a baby and the woman didn't, he should get with someone who wants a baby.
Well, I mean, if they're just, you know, fucking the fuck, and then they end up with a baby, and the woman is like, well, I don't want this kid, I'm gonna have an abortion, the guy's like, well, that's my baby too, like, I want that. I feel like he should have some sort of say in what goes on with the kid, you know, because it's not just hers. It is her body, though.
No, I understand, but like, dying.
Me.
I don't. There's no way to really go about it because an embryo can die.
It can.
Excellent work, Tenno.
Yeah, and then speaking of that, the embryo can die if you're like transplanting it from one woman to another. But also, what about miscarriages?
Well, yeah. But I mean, you can't really help a miscarriage.
That's true.
So, I mean, if it just naturally occurs, like, that's not their fault. Like, it just happens. But I mean, there's so many ways, like, if she doesn't want the kid and he does get it, like, find a new woman, put egg in woman.
So a surrogate that can be attached to the baby and then not let the dad have it.
And then not let the, what are you talking about?
So there was a story a few years back. This couple, the woman was infertile, so they got a surrogate mother. You know, a woman who carries a baby for another woman. She got attached to the baby while she was pregnant and wouldn't give up the baby. And then there's also been like stories where a surrogate mother gives up the baby and then wants it back and takes the couple to court over the child because they got attached to the child. Like, I don't understand why you signed up to do this thing to be pregnant with this couple's child.
It's because, like, it's like a mother's instinct bullshit, you know?
I mean, I guess, but like, there's no easy peasy way around guy wants baby, girl doesn't type of thing. There's no easy peasy. There's always something.
But I mean, like, if it's like a both of them do not want the kid, I feel like they should be able to have an abortion. Like, fuck that. Like, you can't have an abortion after 2 weeks.
At 2 weeks, do you know how big the baby is?
Like, that big.
Not even like that big. A cell. It's literally a clump of maybe like 5 to 10 cells with nothing. There might be a little bit of formation in there, but it is nothing. It's literally like if you shaved off your skin, glued it all together in a lump. That is it.
Shaved off your skin. You like dead skin?
Yeah, like dead skin. Take all your dead skin, all your dandruff, put it in a lump. That's what
Whoa.
that's what a fetus is. Also, that heartbeat isn't a heartbeat. It's an electronic pulse. It's no.
Electronic pulse.
Yeah, it's not a heartbeat. It's just
You've got to find criminal.
it's saying that it's
Proceed
there
and
and
prepare.
burning. Kind of.
I will consider what I have learned from the skirmish.
I'm like high-key freezing right now.
Upload you.
Are we done on this topic then? Is that all you had to say? Because I'm good on it.
I'm in, Tenno.
Dylan doesn't have much to say. I don't know if he's just not into the debate right now, or if he's just kind of like, I don't want hate at this point in time. Because I know he was really nervous with the Trump thing the other night.
The current population is 7.8 billion. Supposed to reach 9 billion by 2050.
Yeah, see, that's one of the main issues though. Like, we have a lot of overpopulation. Like, at some point, everything's gonna crash if we don't chill out with like, putting orphans in homes. So,
That's
why
we
not
need-
just be like, okay, if you want to have a kid, take a fucking orphan.
You're right.